You've probably heard it before. Everything happens for a reason. But what if I told you that before your entire life changes, before abundance flows in, before love arrives, before your higher purpose clicks into place, the universe throws you into chaos? On purpose? This isn't punishment. It's preparation. It's initiation. It's the ancient, hidden curriculum of spiritual evolution. If you felt like everything was falling apart right before things started to shift, this video is for you. Share your experiences in the comments and write, "I reclaim my time and energy in space." Tell us your story. Your reflection might be the mirror someone else needs. Welcome. Today we're going to reveal the esoteric truth behind how the universe tests you before aligning you with your new reality. These are not random events. They are orchestrated, designed to push, stretch, and evolve you. You're not being punished, you're being called. Because what comes next requires a version of you that can hold more power, more peace, more light. You see, in almost every sacred tradition, mystery schools, indigenous teachings, ancient scriptures, there exists a rite of passage, a sacred ordeal before revelation, before the student becomes the teacher, before the initiate becomes the master. And these tests, they don't come with warning labels or instructions. They come disguised as heartbreak, betrayal, financial drought, illness, spiritual disconnection, or eerie silence from the universe itself. But here's what most people miss. The test isn't in the event itself, it's in your perception of it. How do you respond when you're being squeezed? Do you spiral back into victimhood, or do you rise and embody the lesson? Esoteric knowledge teaches us that these tests aren't just emotional, they are vibrational. When your frequency is about to shift, your current energetic environment destabilizes. What's not in alignment with where you're headed begins to fall away. This feels like destruction, but it's actually clearing. The illusion must crack before truth can shine through. Many seekers get stuck here. They ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, the empowered question is, what is this preparing me for? The universe speaks in the language of challenge, not cruelty. It speaks through disruption, not to break you, but to birth you. The most common test before a breakthrough is the test of detachment. This isn't just about losing something external. It's about the emotional and energetic unraveling of what you thought you needed to survive. Suddenly, people you believe were your anchors start to feel distant. Opportunities vanish. You might even feel abandoned by life itself. But this is not a punishment, it's a redirection. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, removes anything that cannot accompany you into your next dimension. It peels back everything false, everything that binds you to the old version of yourself, so you can meet the future free and unburdened. It's painful, yes, but it's sacred. Your attachments hold energy, frequency signatures. When those signatures no longer align with your evolving vibration, they begin to naturally fall away. And if you try to cling, the detachment becomes more painful. This test isn't about making you suffer. It's about teaching you to trust. Can you release control? Can you accept loss as part of the ascension? There's also the test of stillness, and this one is perhaps the most misunderstood. Nothing seems to be moving. You've done the visualizations, the affirmations, the shadow work, and still silence, emptiness. No signs, no synchronicities, no miracles. But in ancient mystery schools, this void is known as the sacred womb of reality, the place before manifestation. Like the space between inhaling and exhaling, this isn't the universe abandoning you. This is the energetic cocoon where timelines shift. The stillness tests your faith, your presence, your ability to trust the unseen. Think of a seed buried in soil. Above ground, it looks like nothing is happening, but underground it's bursting, cracking open, laying roots into the earth. Now, that's you. If you mistake the void for failure, you'll miss the rebirth. Most people quit at this phase. They walk away just before the moment everything begins to shift. Then comes a test of identity, one of the most crucial. You will be mirrored back all your subconscious limitations, all your inner doubts, and the deepest cracks in your self-concept. You will meet versions of yourself that you've outgrown but haven't yet shed. People will test your boundaries. Situations will tempt your regression, and the voice in your head may whisper that you're not ready, not good enough, not capable. This is the moment you either fall into the illusion or declare your truth. The universe doesn't test you to hurt you. It tests you to ask, can you hold the frequency of your new reality before it manifests? Because if you can't, you won't be able to sustain it when it arrives. Reality doesn't change because you want it to. It changes because you become someone new. This phase is what the ancients called the sacred fire, a period of inner alchemy. The ego, which was built to protect you from danger, must be burned away to reveal the soul's clarity. All that is untrue must be revealed and released. This is why things fall apart, so you can see what you're still attached to. It's not random, it's strategic. It's love disguised as chaos. You're not just being tested, you're being initiated. There is no easy entry into a higher state of consciousness. It demands the full surrender of who you thought you were. That's why the path is narrow, why so few walk it all the way through. It's not that they lack desire, it's that they resist the discomfort of transformation. But if you endure, if you stay, if you breathe into the unknown, you begin to feel something new rising. The fire becomes light. The darkness begins to whisper truth. You sense your future self calling from the other side of the veil. And this calling, this subtle pull toward who you are becoming, is your guide. The tests aren't here to confuse you. They're here to show you how powerful you truly are. They're not barriers, they are bridges designed by your own soul. All you have to do is keep going. The most profound test of all is often the test of isolation. You may find yourself in a space where nobody seems to understand you, where your path feels utterly lonely, where your former tribe no longer resonates and the new tribe hasn't yet arrived. This in-between space can feel brutal, but it is sacred. It's the chrysalis before the butterfly breaks free. The silence, the solitude, it forces you to hear your own soul again. Without the noise of others, you begin to remember who you are and why you came here. Isolation is a womb, a place where your spirit retreats to regenerate, to download truth, to recalibrate its frequency. It's where you learn to validate yourself, to connect directly with divine intelligence, without the need for external confirmation. This is where your inner compass sharpens. Many never make it through this stage. They interpret the silence as abandonment, not initiation. But if you can sit in it, breathe in it, surrender to it, something extraordinary happens. You begin to awaken clarity. You see, the universe will always test your ability to stand alone before it sends you your true allies. Because until you've learned to love your own company, to honor your own voice, to trust your own discernment, you're vulnerable to the same cycles of misalignment. You cannot be manipulated by illusions if you've faced your shadows in solitude. That's why the test of isolation is a gift in disguise. It refines you. It purifies your frequency. It strengthens your foundation so nothing external can shake you. Let's also talk about the test of patience. In this age of instant gratification, this one can feel like torture. We are taught to expect results quickly, to treat manifestation like a vending machine. But soul evolution is not transactional, it's cyclical. It flows according to cosmic timing, not your calendar. And so you may find yourself putting in the work, doing all the right things, and still, nothing shows up. But this is where your internal world becomes your training ground. The question isn't, where is my manifestation? The real question is, can I become the version of myself who already has it before it shows up? That's the secret. That's the portal. Because energy doesn't lie. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And this test of patience reveals whether your internal state is truly aligned or simply performative. If you can hold the frequency of peace, abundance, and trust without the proof, the universe bends. This leads us to the test of integrity. As your vibration rises, you will be presented with opportunities that seem aligned, but something inside will feel off. Your intuition will whisper, "Not this." And here's the test. Will you betray your soul for temporary gain? Or will you honor your truth, even if it means walking away from something shiny and seductive? The higher you climb spiritually, the more subtle the tests become. They're not loud anymore. They're quiet nudges, subtle misalignments, invitations to compromise just a little. But the soul notices everything. And when you honor your integrity, especially in secret, especially when no one is watching, you become magnetic. You signal to the universe that you are ready, that you can be trusted with the next level. And trust is the final test. Do you trust the process even when it makes no sense? Do you trust the timing even when it stretches you? Do you trust yourself, your intuition, your inner guidance above all else? Because trust collapses resistance. It aligns you with flow. It dissolves fear. And once you're in that vibration of trust, the universe rushes in, not to reward you, but to match you. This entire journey, this sequence of tests, is not designed to prove your worth. You are always worthy. It's designed to activate your worth, to awaken the dormant codes within you, to unearth the parts of you that are ready to lead, to heal, to manifest. Each test strips away illusion and makes room for the real you to emerge. And here's the most beautiful part. Once you pass these tests, your reality changes almost effortlessly. Not because you forced it, but because you became someone who could sustain it. The relationships align, the abundance flows, the synchronicities multiply. You're not just reacting to life, you're co-creating it. When the universe finally aligns your outer reality with your inner frequency, it doesn't come with fireworks or fanfare. It arrives quietly, naturally, as if it had been waiting for you all along. And you'll realize something profound. It was never about getting the things you desired. It was about becoming the version of yourself who no longer needed them to feel whole, and thus effortlessly attracted them. You see, transformation doesn't always look magical in the moment. It often looks like letting go of what you thought you wanted, crying in the dark, questioning everything, doubting yourself. But it is sacred work. It is spiritual alchemy. And the universe, this infinite, intelligent force, is not punishing you. It's purifying you. It's preparing you to hold greater energy, deeper love, higher wisdom. And here's what they don't teach in mainstream spirituality. These tests will never stop. Not because the universe wants to exhaust you, but because you are a living, evolving being. Each layer you shed reveals another. Each breakthrough unlocks new lessons. You don't graduate from this process. You integrate it. You flow with it. You stop asking, "When will this be over?" and start asking, "What is this trying to teach me?" Once you understand the language of these tests, you stop fearing them. You start welcoming them, because you know what follows is always a reality shift, a quantum leap, a new level of existence that your past self couldn't have even imagined. Your life becomes art. Your energy becomes currency. Your presence becomes healing. But perhaps the greatest shift of all is this. You begin to trust yourself again. You stop outsourcing your power to gurus, systems, timelines. You reclaim your intuition. You become the one who interprets the signs, the one who guides the vessel, the one who leads the inner revolution. And from that space of sovereignty, the entire universe begins to mirror your new truth. So if you're in the thick of it right now, if everything is uncertain, if you feel tested at every turn, if you're doubting the path, breathe. You're not lost. You're not behind. You're in training. You're being refined. And the more pressure you feel, the closer you are to the breakthrough. Diamonds are forged in fire, and so are awakened souls. These aren't obstacles. They're invitations, portals to a higher version of yourself. And when you answer them with love, presence, and courage, You shift not only your personal reality, but the collective grid. Your inner evolution becomes a ripple that moves through dimensions. You don't just change your life, you change timelines. You influence the future. You become a living transmission. So now ask yourself, what test am I facing today? What is it trying to awaken in me? And how can I lean into it, trust it, transmute it? Because when you do, reality doesn't just change, it aligns. And when it aligns, miracles happen in plain sight. Your energy commands it. Your soul was built for it. The test was never meant to break you. It was always meant to reveal you.
Drop a follow and like the video if this resonates with you, and don't hesitate to cheer up and support fellow brothers and sisters difficult times in the comments. Chosen one, keep your head up and stay true to yourself. Always with love.